Hi, good morning, everybody. Stand at ease.
Class, attention! Parade! Rest!
Good morning, and welcome to the graduation of PR Class 15, Tab 160. The United States Navy Marine Corps team has three prime core values: honor, courage, and commitment. At Naval Air Technical Training Center, Pensacola, these three elements are the foundation on which we build tomorrow's sailors and Marines. NATTC moved to Pensacola and opened in April of 1995 and provides training for all naval aviation mechanics and technicians through the instruction of more than 110 separate courses. Some 25,000 students a year graduate from these schools and serve their country at duty stations and aboard ships around the world. One of these schools is the Aircrew Survival Equipment A School. The sailors and Marines standing before you are the latest addition in a long line of proud service members to graduate from this school. They are the cream of the crop. A few words about how the PR rating and MOS came to be will hopefully shed some light on this proud tradition. After the German Air Force used aircraft-mounted parachutes to great effect, escaping ravaged aircraft during World War I, the U.S. Congress formed the U.S. Air Service Parachute Board in late 1918. A free-fall bailout system was designed and tested. Then on April 28, 1919, Leslie L. Irvin became the first man to make a free-fall parachute jump from an aircraft using the new system. The jump was from a height of 1,500 feet over McCook Field in Dayton, Ohio. In August 1923, two Navy personnel, Chief Alpha Starr and Chief Lyman Ford, were ordered to Lakehurst, New Jersey to set up a training course on parachute maintenance and rigging. And in September of 1924, Class Number 1 was convened at the new Parachute Material School. That same year, it became mandatory for all Army and Navy aircrew members to wear the new U.S. Air Service Airplane Parachute Type A. Although the course was established, parachute rigger was not an established rating in the Navy until 1942. From that date forth, the parachute rigger was saved countless lives. The rating has grown to include all personal survival equipment used throughout the fleet. Therefore, the name Aircrew Survival Equipmentman was adopted during the 1960s. Whether it is a parachute, life preserver, emergency radio, or signal mirror, the PR saves lives. This rating carries with it the responsibility of doing the right thing the first time. The men and women standing before you today are the aircrew members' last chance of surviving an ejection, crash, or ditching of an aircraft. And the PR school sends men and women to the fleet with the pride and professionalism required to instill confidence in our aircrew that they can trust the survival equipment they may have to use. Always remember, PR, the last to let you down, and PR, the first two letters in pride and professionalism.
Class, attention!
Private First Class Marcos U. Bravo. Private First Class Bravo is the honor graduate. He's receiving his honor certificate as well as graduation certificate and orders to
Eglin Air Force Base.
PRANAW Derek M. Pittinger. From the Commanding Officer, Naval Air Technical Training Center to PRANAW Derek M. Pittinger, United States Navy. Subject, letter of appreciation. I would like to express my appreciation for your outstanding performance of duties while attending the Aircrew Survival Equipment A School. You've earned the respect of your classmates and the PR school staff by displaying superb leadership and professionalism. As the class leader, you've shown the initiative, maturity, and cooperative spirit required to carry out the responsibilities of demanding assignments. Your dedication and traditional PR can-do spirit have contributed greatly to the success of the Naval Air Technical Training Center mission. Well done. Signed, Tyler R. Fry, by direction. He has received his graduation certificate and orders to
NAS Pensacola.
Private First Class Herbert J. Alfaro Lopez. Receiving his graduation certificate and orders to
Quantico, Virginia.
PRAR Brianna C. Brown. She's receiving her graduation certificate and orders to
Point Lookout, California.
PRAA Destiny D. Davis. She's receiving her graduation certificate and orders to
Norfolk, Virginia.
Private First Class Gage R. Lauser. He's receiving his graduation certificate and orders to
Quantico, Virginia.
Lance Corporal Raymond Lee. He's receiving his graduation certificate
Shreveport, North Carolina.
and orders to. Carry on, sir. PRAA Hunter D. Leverance. He's receiving his graduation certificate and orders to.
Lemoore, California.
Private First Class Caitlin D. Mangrum. She's receiving her graduation certificate and orders to.
Eglin Air Force Base.
Private First Class Caleb J. Murphy. He's receiving his graduation certificate and orders to.
Eglin Air Force Base.
PRAN Uthami. He's receiving his graduation certificate and orders to.
Oceana, Virginia.
Lance Corporal Alex A. Rivera. He's receiving his graduation certificate and orders to.
Eglin Air Force Base.
PRAA Joshua C. Schenkel. He's receiving his graduation certificate and orders to.
Norfolk, Virginia.
At this time, I would like to introduce our guest speaker, Colonel Russell A. Blau.
All right, stand at ease, dear graduates. Welcome, everybody. Especially welcome to the family that have showed up. It is great to see you guys here. It'd be interesting to hear your stories on how far you guys traveled to come here today. It means a lot that you're here. And so thanks for being here. To you new students back there that are getting ready to graduate soon, hopefully, welcome. Hope things are going well in your studies. And then, obviously, a special welcome to our staff, our instructors. Thank you for being here today. It's my pleasure and honor to be here for this graduation. These graduations are special because it means these students are this much closer to reaching that mythical fleet that we all talk about. It really does exist, you guys. It is actually out there, and we need you out there, okay? It's very important that we get you trained, get you off to your next school or your next duty assignment, and get you going. I'm very excited for this class right here. We got some people going over to Eglin to support the F-35, which is, maybe you know or don't know, is a brand new airplane that we're fielding. And so the flight equipment for that airplane is the most advanced in the world, and that these young people will be going to support. And I know with the Marines, we've got a couple going to HMX, which flies the president, okay? So that's a kind of a no-fail mission, okay? Big deal for these young people to be selected right from here to be going to support that mission. And then, of course, you heard about these young people going all over the country. And these young people right here will cover the globe here a year from now, along with these young people back here, where they will be stationed, just like the staff sergeant said, on ships and stations around the world. So it's great. But this is a special rating. It's a very special job that these people will be doing in the Navy and the Marine Corps, because as Staff Sergeant Lopes was describing, if they don't do their job correctly, people die. It's that simple. And I've been on both sides of this. Been on both sides of it. We get the phone call, hey, we got an airplane down. We saw a full shoot and they're going to get the pilot and he's fine. Right? As we've all lived through this one. We've all lived through this one. And then that turns into who packed it, who signed it off, who certified that it was safe, and who did all the paperwork correctly. And what happens is the pilot, and generally his wife or her husband, they will come visit the Marines that packed the chute or the sailors to say thank you, because they were under a full chute that worked. But I've also been on the other side. I've been on the other side. We got an airplane down, no chute, didn't work. Pilot's dead. Been there. We've been there. And it's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible feeling, because you had a chance to get it right. Maybe a year or two or three, I forget what the time is on head boxes and parachutes for F-18s, is it 3 years?
6 years.
6 years. So it could have been 5, 6 years ago that this chute was put in there. And it was waiting that whole time to be used. Most of them, of course, never get used. They get pulled out, re-inspected, repacked, or disposed of, and a new chute's put in. But we've been there where it didn't work. And somebody has to live with that for the rest of their life. That they signed off on that work that didn't work. Don't let that be you guys, right? Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. And that's why I say this is a very, very special rating. When Staff Sergeant said we're the last to let you down, he's not kidding. And so that's in the fixturing world where you have parachutes. But I grew up in the helicopter world. Helicopter world, you don't have parachutes in the helicopter, but you have other things that matter, like vests. And all the stuff that goes in those vests, and life rafts, and stuff like that, heat bottles, different things that people would need in an accident. And I've been through a couple mishaps where stuff worked correctly, and it was inspected correctly and signed off correctly, and assembled correctly, and people lived because of it. Very rarely do we down airplanes for flight equipment. Very rarely do we get the call on a Friday morning when we're getting ready to execute a flight schedule that, hey, we can't go flying because this stuff's down. Because we generally have stuff on the shelf, and we generally can find out a way to make it happen. And that's what we want to be able to do, but you don't want to get into those crisis situations in this MLS. You guys need to take your time and do the work correctly by the book. And you think about it, what you've learned about when you pack parachutes. You think about the detail that you go through when you're looking at lines and stuff like that. I'd be amazed at the time and attention to detail that our Marines would spend going through a parachute, and it's how they would inspect every centimeter of that parachute and the line, so that there was no moisture or anything on those lines that could deteriorate them so that they wouldn't work correctly. This is a detailed MOS. And what I'm going to tell you is you have full authorization to take your time and to do your job right. That is the bottom line, because we need you to do that. We really do. So I'm very proud of you. You have a big job in front of you, but you have made it through this graduation today. And the trust that we're placing in you to do this job is 100% trust. And we expect you to go out and do the right thing. And we expect you to make the tough calls. And if you say, this is the last one I've got of this to go flying today, and it's not ready, so hence we're not gonna go flying, then we're not gonna go flying. That's on you guys to make that call. If you're not comfortable with something, you need to say, I'm not comfortable signing my name to this because it's not done correctly. But when you sign your name, you're saying, I know it's done correctly. I did it by the book and I was taught well. And I know this is gonna work. You have the authority and the authorization to do that. So congratulations. Once again, to you new students, I look forward to seeing you up here in a few weeks. Staff, thank you for the great job, as always, for the professionalism that you demonstrate every day. And family members, once again, thank you for being here. It means so much that you're here today. So thank you very much.
Class, attend, hoot! Marine to be promoted. Center, out! Attentional orders. To all who shall see these presents greetings, know ye that reposing special trust and confidence in the fidelity and abilities of Marcos U. Bravo, I do appoint this Marine a Lance Corporal meritoriously in the United States Marine Corps to rank as such from the 2nd day of June 2015. This appointee will therefore carefully and diligently discharge the duties of the grade to which appointed by doing and performing all manner of things thereunto pertaining. And I do strictly charge and require all personnel of lesser grade to render obedience to appropriate orders. And this appointee is to observe and follow such orders and directions as may be given from time to time by superiors acting according to the rules and articles governing the discipline of the Armed Forces of the United States of America. Given under my hand at Aviation Maintenance Squadron 1, Matching 23, the 2nd day of June, the year of our Lord, 2015. Signed, R.A. Blau, Colonel, United States Marine Corps, commanding.
Congratulations, brother. That you're able to do this for that year. And also, we got something else we're doing here. Not mine. This is our Preserve for Excellence Code.
I think to the bike.
It's for you. Congratulations. Those.
At this time, I would like to thank our guest speaker, Colonel Blau, and our guests for attending today's graduation. This concludes the graduation of PR Class 15, Tech 160.
Class 15160. Dismissed.
Aye, Sergeant!
Hallelujah! Left, face. Forward, march.
Feel free to take time to shake the hands of the new graduates.
Thank you.
Good luck to you out there.
Really? Read about and then 367 for nice. Wilson. They gonna send them out already? Until I go to family. Home passed me up. He did first, he actually, he plays basketball, so the ice cream same thing. He caught a couple for the eye. Messed up. Yeah, he's doing good. So he's out of commission? No, he's good. He's kind of out. He just has light duty. You see more teams? Yes. And what's the Blue Angels? Hanging out. You like it? What do you think about these? Well, it's maybe basically goes through phase before they get once they get their crest.
It's okay.
Congratulations. Who was your family member? Oh, Destiny, all right, way to go. Where did you come from? Columbus, Georgia. Hi, congratulations to you. When did you guys get that out? I'll be there in a second. Okay, well, hope you enjoy it. Okay, good. Congrats. Hi. Hi. Oh, hi. Yes, he's... Which one? Right here. Yeah, grandson. Seminole, Florida. Congratulations. Happy for you guys. Hi.
Hi, I'm the mother.
Congratulations. Hi.
Thank you.
Who's your family member?
Hunter.
Okay. Oh, you're with her.
Yes.
I was like, I just met his grandmother. Congratulations.
Thank
Did
you
you
very
guys
much.
come from Seminole too?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Where's Seminole?
It's in St. Petersburg.
Yeah, that's right. Okay,
Yep.
West Coast.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi. Hi. Welcome. Hi. Hi, Brittany. Gotcha. Is that your husband? Oh, okay. So you're from here?
No.
Yeah, you guys, he's been in for a while.
Yeah.
I was going to say, he's got a lot of rivets. A school student. Oh, wow. Is that where you guys are going back to? Oh, you don't know?